Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Dweeb. I have returned, Kev. I'm back from my seemingly endless vacation, month-long vacation. So I have returned. So how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm so happy to hear it, man. I tell you, you probably know better than me, but they never feel as long while you're in them as they do when you come back, right? Like you have your vacation, you're like, man, that flew by. And then you get home and you're like, I have what to do? Hang on a second. All this stuff's been waiting for me to when I come back. Well, I'm glad you made it, brother. We kept things afloat while you were away. Shout out to Danny, shout out to John who stepped up.
Yeah, shout out
Much
to all the
appreciated.
boys filling in, taking the shows over for me while I was gone. I was gone for almost 2 weeks. Appreciate you, Danny. Appreciate you, John. The roles are going to be reversed here real soon because you are closing on a new home, and
That's right.
we're gonna have to reverse the roles. So, also, I just realized, Kev, that now it wants to work. The pin cord was not working, and then it just popped open. I don't. We got some problems, some logistical problems. I've been gone, and shit's breaking on the back end. So, what up, Headbug?
What is up, Headbug? James, let me ask you, what does that say? What does Headbug's comment say? What are you reading that as?
To me, that says Susan album party.
Okay, so to me it says sus anal bum party. So there we go. Welcome to the show.
All right.
Tells you where I'm at today.
Headbug, I don't know. I'm gonna go with me. I think I'm right. I think Kev's head's in the gutter.
I hope you're right.
That's crazy. He didn't cross a 3 minutes mark on saying something crazy. So
is that
what do we do?
Maybe that A word might have gotten us, but I think bum will pass.
Bum's fine. Yeah. The anal word probably is no good.
Yeah, no Tobias Funke or Arrested Development jokes for at least 40 more seconds.
Yeah, 35. Like you want to we need to have like a countdown on the bottom of the screen to cover for you here. So
oh, that's a great idea.
The 3-minute countdown before anything bad can be said.
I'll get to working on that.
All right, Kev. So kind of random episode tonight. Got a lot of fill-in things from when I've been gone. Kev is correct. I'm wrong. So I guess the head has to be in the gutter. It has to be in the gutter to get these jokes because I am something. In 3, 2, 1. Now we can pop another one. There we go. What's up, Harls? We're all Arrested Development fans around here.
Yes. Oh, I saw Headbug's tweet #sus anal bum party, and all I could think about was Tobias Funke's new license plate. A new start license plate, if you remember that, spelled ANUSTART.
Nothing like a good license plate. Nothing like one. Remember the old T89 calculator? Or no, wasn't even the really old calculators where you could type boobs on them, and we were kids, and you like freaked out.
Oh yeah, 8,000
eggs. I have to look into this.
880-800-85. Is that what it is? He had to get to the Gothic castle. Yes. Yes.
I am not sure.
There are some Land Before Time nerds. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, John. If we don't go that route here, I might talk to Danny about it. You guys, here's a little crossover for you. You guys will be the only ones that even Clout Route Patreon folks don't know. Danny doesn't know this yet because I just started working on it today. I am working on a photo edit where I remove the hair from thing 1 and thing 2 and change it to say egg 1 and egg 2. And we're gonna try to conehead those domes a little bit, and if it works out, you can bet your ass I'm putting that on a t-shirt. So be on the lookout. I also got to get us thing 1 or egg 1, egg 2, and even egg 3 shirts, so we can one of these days, the next time we're all 3 on stage, we can rock our Dr.
Which will happen again. The crossovers have been happening. I will shout out to Danny and you for making that happen and letting those happen. You know, I appreciate that.
We might have another one coming. I was gonna do the full promo as Billy Butcher, but I just, I don't want to Don't use that C word too much and get us in trouble. But
A
boy,
lot of C word. Yeah, I gotta be a little
yeah.
careful. I gotta be a little careful. God, I lost my train of thought. I had something to say there, and I've John in here
Oh.
with the old. I caught it first. The old dinosaur memes. Kev, a lot of random, like I said, a lot of random shit on the show today. Catching up from the last few weeks where I've been gone, but there was some news today that I know a lot of our people are going to care about. You're chief among them. Also, our boy VW is big on this. Pop us up the top here, make it fit a little bit better. Where'd that go? Is it this one? Yeah, it works. Fallout showrunners confirm Robert House is going to be in season 2. Many lead characters are Vegas bound, more commonly known as Mr. House. We've discussed it on our Fallout stream, talked about him at length. But in an interview with Variety, showrunners Graham Wagner and Geneva Robertson Duert, I may have butchered that, and that's too bad, confirmed that Mr. House will be involved in season 2, makes cameo in season 1. Wagner says many of our lead characters are Vegas bound. Las Vegas in the world of Fallout is Robert House's town. Robert House will be involved with season 2. Here is your boy who also happens to be part of the background of this episode. Kev, how pumped are you? Seems to me like that is a confirmation that not only will he be involved, but he is going to be a major player if they're heading to Vegas.
I'm hyped for it. Now, I guess we should throw some kind of disclaimer here for if somehow, some way, if the plot to Fallout New Vegas can be spoiled for you at this point in life, we're about to spoil it.
At this point, like I'm sure. Yeah,
So
we do. We still have a spoilers tag. It always is there.
there we go. Yeah.
This will spoil the plot of that game.
So with that in mind, I love it, but I'm going to immediately address, James, why I think not everyone's going to agree with me on this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because if Mr. House, I guess it depends in what capacity, but if he's involved in the show, then that really suggests that the show isn't canon with the games, right? It's maybe going to be kind of like I was talking about on our Mad Max stream last night, how those movies
Shout out
over
everybody that was in
time.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. That movies over time, because of the continuity issues and the production issues. At one point, George Miller just decided to say, "Screw it! It's not one continuity. It's not one timeline. In a sense, it's more of Max is this mythical, character. Maybe he was there, maybe he wasn't. He's just part of the folklore of the greater universe. Maybe this will be something where the show is kind of doing its own thing." And not necessarily functioning as a supplement or a part of the video game lore, because as we who have played the game all know, Mr. House is a robot by the time you see him in New Vegas. And I strongly don't believe that like the canon ending would have been that the courier chose to give Vegas over to Mr. House with all his Robotrons. Like I doubt that's the canon ending. So it depends on what capacity we'll be seeing the guy. I love the character. I love the concept. So regardless of how they choose to do it, I'm going to be into it because I don't need the show to be a reflective of the games, in a one-to-one situation. I'm totally fine with it being its own sort of otherworld Fallout. It shares a lot of the same characters, most of the same concepts, but hey, it's going to be different from the games. I would be okay with that because this to me is one of the more intriguing villains of the Fallout universe, and spending more time with him will only, if done well, make him that much cooler of a character. So those are my thoughts on it, James. How do you feel? Are you as excited as I am? Were you hoping they would hold off on going to Vegas?
No, I think it was pretty hinted at that they were going to Vegas. The ending of season 1. I have not played these video games like you have, so mine comes from more of a fan of the show. I'm excited about it. I love this guy's mustachio. He looks very dastardly. I think that's very important. But I also think these show writers and showrunners have earned our trust in how they're going to do this. So it does seem like this isn't going to be canon with the games, which is fine when done correctly. Star Wars, Disney, when done correctly, like it's not hard to get a whole fan base behind a show if you do it correctly, write it correct, like good writing, good acting, good directing. Like it's
you can
crazy.
even have a female lead, James. That's a bit of a foreshadow.
Oh yeah, did you know? Fallout fans are not sexist actually because they like their female lead. It has nothing to do with that.
That's right. I was talking about House of the Dragon, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah, also House of the Dragon.
This show.
I
love this show. Oh my god, and there are women in it.
Holy shit.
God, James, are we allowed to like this show? Because I thought I was a racist bigot because I took creative writing in community college. God damn it. God, show don't tell. Literally, the first thing I get to college in my creative writing class, James, there's this big ass double. The chalkboard is on the wall, right? And they have the two panels of whiteboards. So for those wild professors who'd fill up two whiteboards and then just move it over and start writing on the chalk, right? Okay. So first day ever in creative writing in college. Professor walks in, takes that big ass whiteboard, moves it all the way to the side. And what do you think the 3 words were written in all caps across that big ass chalkboard, James? It was show, don't tell.
Yep.
It's literally the first thing they teach you, folks. And it's not my fault that Disney refuses to hire writers that actually went to school to learn how to write. That's not my problem.
Like they hired a bunch of 2-year-olds to develop their characters and write for them.
God damn it.
Can't say that
have an opinion
because
about it.
you're racist or a bigot or sexist or all the above right now. You're going to get called anything and everything. Oh, there's a bug right here. Anything and everything if you shit on the Acolyte because it's a great show with great acting, great writing, great directing. I will say I don't think the acting's horrible.
No, they're doing a lot with what they've been
given. It's actually bad. Like don't think once I've shit on it. The guy that plays Soul, I think is really good in that show.
Absolutely. I think he's good. I think all the characters hit their beats. I hate Yord, and I'm supposed to, right? He's doing a good job.
Yeah, they're doing a good job with what they're given. I would agree with that. Even Khmer, who's annoying, and he's obviously the Sith. Like he's still doing what he's supposed to do. It's not bad acting.
Yeah, he's
bad writing.
He can only do as you're directed, and also something that is easily forgotten. Let's not forget how many takes of each scene were shot, and the editors, the actors have nothing to do with which take the editors choose and all of that good stuff. So, man, I am excited. I'm glad we get to talk about a good TV show today. Actually, multiple good TV shows.
Multiple good TV shows. My 10 cents. Very excited to see him in season 2. Mainly, I don't have any connection to, like, he's just, to me, he is just, I know who he is after our stream, but to me, he is he's just a little cameo, and he looks a little dastardly, and I'm
he
here
looks
for
like like an evil Don Draper. Like, why? Honestly, I want to give this guy a try because he does. I mean, he has the look, but I just feel like that was a John Hamm casting just waiting. John Hamm with an evil mustache as Mr. House. Come on, dude. Give me that.
That would have been real fun. That would have been very, very fun.
Well, in all fairness, Harles, that's the show that I haven't watched, so I was just giving it the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, I better find me I'm trying to find a good picture before I talk about it, so I better find Daemon Targaryen. I gotta find him.
We're a little split on today's coverage, so while James pulls that up, I'm caught up on The Boys.
You want to talk? Go ahead and talk about The Boys. I have not watched any episodes,
so I'll go ahead and just drop us back down here. So at some point, I don't know if we'll dive deep into The Boys combo right this second, but we're definitely going to talk about it. And I am working on a little something. I think our dear friend Danny and I will be getting together to talk solely about episodes 1 through 4. And I think we're going to do that as a crossover. So for those of you who are already Clout Route members, don't quote me on this. We're still working through it. So if this falls through, it is on me. I want everyone to understand that. But what the plan is that Danny and I will get together. We're going to record that. we're off this week, as you know, for live streams, but we're working on continuing to hit the bonus content. Any of our membership obligations we will hit. And so what we're thinking is early release on the Clout Route channel for our boys season 4, episodes 1 through 4 conversation. And then the next day it'll go live on this channel and on the Clout Route. So those of you, I know there are a few of you who come here and hang out every stream we do damn near and stay from beginning to end.
We love
so
you.
be as a way to sort of say thank you to you. We'll put it out as members only first, and then it'll be live for everybody the next day. So that way you don't have to wait too long if you didn't get lucked into being receiving a gifted membership. So anyway, a little clerical work done there. Sorry for the ad break. James, did you find the photo that you needed?
Yes, I found one. This is for Harl specifically, because this is her favorite character. And Kev, if you didn't know, that is actually uncle and niece.
I was just about to say I'm assuming they're related. If it's
and there was the reaction I was looking for. This is uncle and niece who are banging, so not weird at all.
Now, okay, cards on the table.
I had to.
Cards on the table, dweebs. I have not read any of George R.R. Martin's books, and I may not, just because I'm a kind of guy who likes to read completed anthologies. So if he never actually finishes his story, there's a good chance I'm never going to start reading it. So help me out here. Is this coming from the source material, or is this just our show saying, oh, okay, so it has been just this family so this is a George R.R. Martin issue, then it's not the showrunner issue. I find it odd that there's one family is so prone to incest.
Well, the history of the Targaryens is they came from overseas. They're from Valyria, where, in a long story short, it collapsed, and they're one of the few families to survive. One of the few families that can still ride dragons, and they believe their blood is pure, so they bang in house consistently.
Whew, man! If only they had movies in that world. Just one VHS of The Hills Have Eyes and set you right. God damn!
Oh no! If you didn't know,
get him.
Feels about Matt.
Get him. More.
Yes, but Headbug is correct. The Targaryens kept it in the family to be pure. Their words, like the British royal family, absolutely. So, there is historical context for it in his series. They were in the Game of Thrones series. They're all but extinct. There's only a few of them left. But in this show, it's set years before, where they're at the height of their power, and it's their civil war in the family that ends them all. Essentially, is what it is, where they kill off each other, pretty much.
Or they two dudes fighting over the same cousin or something. What's going on?
It's jeez.
Well,
I mean, it might as well be. There's a lot of them at this point. They're all banging each other.
Because what's her name? The one that was banging Jamie at one point. If
different family. A lot of incest in this.
Oh, that's right. Family. I was going to say, because she
the Lannisters.
Cersei banged her brother and then her nephew at some point, right? I don't know if that part made it into the show, but
yeah. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
She bangs her nephew.
This one's uncle and niece. Yeah. No, she does. She bangs.
So I got him flipped.
Nephew. Yeah.
Makes me feel a little better. All right, because I thought this was all one big incestual family, and I'm like,
you're thinking of a different.
That's even worse. Family. George. How much incest do you need in one story?
Yep. Yeah. Jamie and Cersei are twins.
Families.
Twins banging each other. Right. Twins, Basil.
What a weirdo.
Jamie goes off and Cersei bangs her nephew. That's correct.
Jesus Christ. I you know what? I'm sorry. I'm being judgmental about George Martin, but why? Why? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be quiet. This isn't my segment. I haven't even watched the show. I'm just shitting on it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll go to my corner.
What's wild is that Jamie, who is one of the incestuous parts of that relationship, as a whole arc where he comes back and you come to root for him at the end of the series, and then they botched the whole fucking series, and they ruined his ending anyway because they ruined the whole fucking show. But That's correct too. Yeah.
Jeez, that's great. Any juice in the
Yep.
expensive CGI incest dragon show can't possibly be worth the squeeze.
I will say, I know Harles is not going to like this take, that I did enjoy episode 1. I have just started episode 2. It is, I will put this on, it is, and this isn't fucking hard, but it is head and shoulders above that shit that the Disney's putting out for Star Wars right now. It's not even in the same fucking realm, even with incest involved.
We're going to get into that when we talk The Boys too, because I'm not nearly as down on The Boys as it sounds like Harles might be on this show.
Yeah.
But The Acolyte being out is the saving grace for any other, because The Boys is kind of mid this season too, if I'm being honest.
But
I don't
I
enjoy
think,
it as much as I have, but we'll
yeah,
get
I
there.
would like, I'd say like a 7 out of 10 for this one. Yeah, I mean, the Carl's is right. The bar is so low right now because The Acolyte is, if I had to give The Acolyte a fucking review, and I'm dead serious, I might give it a 0. And I can't give it a 0 because it's 1 out of 10. The Acolyte's fucking terrible. Which is crazy because after the first 2 episodes, I tried to defend it and like I saw some good in it, and now it's terrible. Like, it's awful.
That's the worst part, you know. And again, we talk about the getting painted with a very wide brush. People on, namely Screen Crush, were saying that folks like us hated the show because we always wanted to hate it. I will have you all know, because some of you are newer to the stream, go back and watch every episode of Han. I've been talking positively about what The Acolyte could be for a year.
Yeah, it's been I've looked forward. It was my most look forward to Star Wars property this year. I'm on record as saying that multiple times. I was so fucking pumped about it. The promo stuff up until they revealed that they were twins. I really enjoyed it, and fuck.
No one that I know promoted that show more positively for free than these 2 fucking eggs right here. And it's just blows my mind that it's, you know, we just suck. We're toxic. Nobody on this show has suggested Star Wars theory should be murdered. You know,
beheaded. There was actually a beheaded. Fucking somebody said he should be beheaded. Like, let's call a fucking spade here. Like, you can think what you want of people, but that's fucking insanity. Like, that's craziness that there was somebody that said he should be beheaded. Like, fuck that. No, put that son bitch in jail. Screen Crush will no longer be talked nicely about on this station, on this channel, because of their Acolyte video they put out last week, where they essentially said because it's not a white male in the show, we hate it, and Star Wars fandom is toxic. They are sure seemed like a shill company for Disney. It wasn't even the main guy. It was somebody else I'd never seen before.
Yeah, it was Colton Ogburn, the guy. He writes a lot of their content.
Yeah.
But I think, and now some of these channels all have secondary guys to get to some of the more niche shows that they know won't draw the wide audience. But to me, Ryan Airy being the Star Wars guy that he was, I felt it was very telling that he was nowhere to be seen on this particular video.
It was very odd to not see him there. And I would agree. So if he's a mega Star Wars guy, that makes sense because he agrees with it, which is the thing.
Say it with your chest, son.
If you're gonna throw
say to me,
not your lead out there, there's a reason. Like, that was a weird one, and man, not accusing anybody of anything, but it sure seemed like that was for a reason.
Money.
Yeah, Harles, this is correct. There's like 4 media companies that own all the media ever. So you're correct. I work for my day job is I work advertising for one of those said companies. I don't recommend it. It's not the greatest.
Good old American antitrust laws, baby, keeping us safe from monopolies.
Thanks, guys.
Sometime in the 80s.
Yep. Also, Harles, this is an elite reference. This was our the Acolyte was right. You guys kept the faith. The hype was sincere, and they let you down. This was your red wedding. I agree. The Acolyte was our red wedding. Just unfortunate.
Nothing but shock and awe.
Just sadly, just bad. Like, it wasn't even shocking. I was just bad.
And the best part was, James, you weren't here for it. Our own audience, not the ones that are here with us today, they were filleting us for not being mean enough. Like, John and I were genuinely trying to find.
Yeah, I was.
Some things we can talk about without just saying it fucking sucks.
Those comments were.
I just wanted to actually analyze it so that way we could point out all of the issues and why it was such a piece of shit without just saying it's a steaming piece of shit. Because not everybody has the same background and does the same studying and can maybe explain themselves in the way that I felt that we could, but nobody wanted to fucking hear that. So it was kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. We didn't shit
the
on it
chat
hard
that day
enough
was
to
just
have.
wild. It was just nasty because you guys wouldn't just be like, it's fucking terrible. There is a great video in our Discord breaking down the writing of the latest episode of The Acolyte. If you want
A master class in how not to write.
15 minutes, how not to do it. Headbug comments on Leslie Headland. I was weirdly kind of excited about Leslie because she directed the show Russian Doll on Netflix, and it's really fucking good. It's about a girl that just keeps waking up in the same life every morning and have to relive the same day and try to figure out what's going on. It's really fucking good.
This is Groundhog Day. Or
and then
Happy Death
real
Day.
Show. Yeah.
Well,
House
at least
Dragon 10 out of 10. Yeah, Shadow. The comments coming in likes incest that much.
Oh, God damn it.
Harles, I am enjoying it. So I know you hate it and you hate Matt Smith's ugly dome. And I understand. I do enjoy it. Yeah, Russian Doll is awesome. It's really, really fun. Oh, boys and girls. There we go. Yeah, Kev. So you mentioned The Boys. Do you want to touch on it? You don't have to go too deep. You're talking about doing some more stuff with it. I haven't watched any of the season. I don't care. It's fine. We all have bad takes, Harles. We all have bad takes.
Oh yeah, dude. You can't. First of all, if we're all agreeing all the time, then somebody's
then
full
it's
of
no
shit.
fun.
And I'm gonna find you.
It's usually Kev. That's the curmudgeon.
It's usually if there's something to be found to dislike about something, I'll probably be the one to sniff it out. But
unfortunately, we can all hate The Acolyte. That's not unfortunate. It's just the fucking truth. It sucks. Show fucking sucks.
And The Boys, I think, to a lesser extent, is falling into a similar trap, albeit maybe the opposite. You know, it's a different group of people who are mad about the way The Boys are portraying certain characters. But I don't really care about any of that stuff. In my opinion, The Boys has been a politically driven show from day one, and they have been very heavy-handed with their opinions on things. Is it slanted particularly strong in one direction over the other? Probably. But in my opinion, they do go out of their way to make sure everyone is getting made fun of. So to me, it's just sort of, if you take your part personally, but you're happy to laugh at all the other stuff, then like maybe you should just chill and not be as butthurt about it. But when we just talk about a story,
look in the mirror, folks,
and being intriguing, I do still find that season 4 has left me wanting. Like I don't, I'm not nearly as the first 3 seasons of this show, as each episode was coming out, I'm like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. I genuinely can't wait for the next episode. Now I'm just like, I mean, episode 4, I didn't even catch till Thursday. I forgot that a new episode had come out.
Yeah, that's usually not the case with that show.
Like, oh yeah, there's another. I should probably watch it. I think it was. I went on to YouTube and saw that some of the Easter egg videos. Shout out to heavy spoilers, and as far as I know, new rock stars who are not complete shithead shills with their Easter egg videos. To my knowledge,
that screen crush deal, man. That caught me off guard so bad. That one caught me off guard.
But this is sort of like with The Boys, they understand that personal conflict is what drives a larger narrative in a bigger story. So they have characters like Firecracker, who her whole thing is it's just a personal vendetta against Starlight. And I think there is a lot of truth to that. A lot of this stuff gets dressed up, and it actually is about just one person versus another person. There's a lot of petty grudges and online beefs. Let's see what Headbug has to say here. I think it's an apt representation of the extremists that exist in real life, but I'm not invested with the political takeover. I'm just waiting for the defeat of Homelander now.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, that's sort of my take on it too. I think that there have been, they've mocked whoever the extremists are on each side, which I think that is part of the goal of the show. I think anybody should be able to watch that, and there will be a moment where you get called out, you get made fun of for something that you do or a way that you behave, myself included. I don't mean to be just saying you, but I think that's their goal. So if
Mhm.
and it's also been a show that does intentionally try to pull from what is going on presently. And I don't mind
Yeah.
that. I think in a way it will work
Yeah.
as a time capsule for what was going on. And
Yeah.
also, if you really don't like this, I invite you to read the comics and tell me if
Yeah.
that's a better story. I I I'm not a Garth Ennis hater, but Preachers is better work, and in my humble opinion, the
Mhm.
show is head and shoulders better than the comic. The comic was shock factor just for shock. You want to talk
Shock
about
factor after
incest
shock factor,
and
yeah.
weird sex stuff? That's all it was. The comic
Yep.
is just the boys going around in a van and watching superheroes do weird, degenerate sex stuff to each other, and then using that to
Yep.
blackmail them to get to homeland. Like
Mhm.
it's not nearly. It doesn't, in my opinion, cover as much ground as the show is trying to cover. But that being said, I don't think it has been great. I think they've
Yeah, it sucks.
mishandled the addition of, you're adding 2 new characters to the 7. I think they added them both in this maybe in the same episode. I might be a little bit wrong there.
Mhm.
Some of it, of course, crossfades when you watch 3 episodes in one sitting.
Yep.
But I just they don't it's not as bad as The Acolyte, where instead of showing you someone is upset, they have one character tell 2 other characters the same story in one 5-minute period. It's not that bad, but
Yep.
I do think there
Oh,
are
that's bad.
there are things that it could be doing to do it better. Now, but I guess spoilers, if you want to avoid episode 5 spoilers, I did see on Twitter today that the 2 villains from Gen V are going to be making an appearance in the next episode, in episode
Oh!
5. So now it may be right where it starts to get good for somebody like me
Yeah.
that was really into Gen V. I like where they're going with
Watch
that
Envy was good.
story. And yeah, exactly, same. And so I don't know. There are times we've said this before about other Star Wars shows. That I was saying this about the Bad Batch. If you guys remember on Han, we were
Mhm.
talking about it. There was a point in
Yep.
that show where I was like, man, 4 or 5 episodes in, I don't really like. I don't love what we're doing here, but ask me again when I've had it when the show is over and I have the full picture and I get a chance to watch it through
Yep.
at my own pace, because we've talked
Correct,
about this
yes.
before. It's not everything sets up well for a week to week. Sometimes you get the stupid Acolyte thing where they give you some bullshit weak sauce
Yep.
cliffhanger, and to try to force you into the next episode. So sometimes stuff can feel a little more jagged, but when you're watching them back to back, it's more cohesive and it feels great.
Yeah.
So I'm still cautiously optimistic about the show because I want to see how they bring the Gen V characters in and all of that stuff. But I also think Billy Butcher's tumor is living. So again, one last thing. Sorry, James, I didn't mean to go on such a long
No,
tangent about
I
this,
haven't
but
watched it, so go ahead. Don't
I
go
love
ahead.
my boys. If you guys have watched Diabolical, that is the animated show. It's kind of like, James, for lack of a better term, a Tales of the Jedi, but for the
'Kay.
boys. So it's like
Mhm.
11-minute animated shorts. Each one stands on its own.
Yep.
It was confirmed that I believe 3 of the episodes are actually part of the actual canon of this universe. And one of those 3
Oh, that's fun.
was a story about a married couple. Sorry about that. That
All good.
the wife gets cancer, and in order to try to save her, her husband gives her some compound V, and that compound V not only kind of gives her strength, but more importantly, it turned that tumor into a giant shape-shifting black hole, essentially, that could suck up anything. So the idea being that he has said,
Whoa.
"Oh, I've injected myself with V, it didn't work." But we've seen the scenes, like, right before he explodes Ezekiel, you can see, like, it looks like he's veiny, but the vein is moving around in his body. There's another
Oh,
scene where he's, like,
Headbug,
in the
I think
bathroom,
Headbug agrees with you here.
and you see it, like, going through his spine and stuff. So you see that tumor moving
Uh-huh.
around. I think that Billy Butcher, his tumor, he has become a soup, he just doesn't realize it yet, and I think they set that up in Diabolical, because I was always wondering, like, this is a very random episode of Diabolical. I mean, they're all kind of random, but I was
Yeah.
like, who the fuck are these 2? And what do they have to
Is
do
that
with anything?
is that a
But
I assume that's
now,
a Prime show?
yeah, it is on Prime as well. Yep.
Uh, I'll have to look at. I didn't know anything about that.
It's very fun. I enjoy it. I
Oh, The
think you can
Boys
watch.
presents Diabolical.
I think you watch the whole thing in like an hour, maybe. It's not very long. They're
Oh, that's
all
fun.
short animated episodes, but it's stuff like that. And that is one of the things I love about
I
streaming
will
services. I
have
know
to watch that.
it's not all good, but this sort of supplemental material you would never have gotten in the cable era, I don't believe.
No,
So
no,
I
no.
do
You never
enjoy
get this
that.
show. You never get this show on the cable. 8 episodes, about 15 minutes at the max each, so under 2 hours. I might have to watch some of these tonight. I didn't know. I know anything about this.
Yeah, it's a great little watch. I don't remember all the episodes verbatim, but when that one popped up, I was like, "Holy shit, dude! I've seen that before," and it's the
And
only thing
yeah,
that makes sense to me that they would, acknowledge that that's part of the canon, and then now we have it there. So in the
and
weird
the
poop
weird.
episode, proof stuff can live outside the body of a soup. Okay, there we go. I forgot about that one too. We did it.
Very
That's it.
weird shit going on there. Yeah,
Lock it in, guys. We figured it
that's
out.
funny as hell. No, I like I said, I have not watched the episodes. It's just I was on vacation for a while, and I just haven't had a chance to. So I'm glad you gave your piece. Seems like it's not as good as the previous seasons yet, but not over. Like it's not done. So holding out hope that it also you're bringing a couple people in from Gen V. Did you like Gen? I was kind of lukewarm on Gen. Like I like Gen V, but it wasn't the boys. I really I like those characters. I like Billy Butcher. I like Quaid, Mother's Milk. I like those characters. I think that they really do it for me.
That's good feedback, and honestly, I felt the same way going into it. It took me a minute to watch Gen V. It actually took quite a few people raving about it for me to say, "Okay,
That's
it
good.
does seem like it's a good addition to the universe." All right, because I
Mm-hmm.
was like you, and I've said that before on this show. There are remakes and old sequels that I refuse to watch because I enjoyed the original enough. I don't want it ruined. I don't need
Mm-hmm.
any additional content. I'm good. If you liked it, great, have it.
Yep.
Good for you. That's awesome. And don't let me shit on it for you, but I don't need it. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came to that, I started out very I don't know, cautious. I wasn't super hyped going into it, but
Yeah.
it only took a few episodes for it to really start to win me over. And again, if we had been doing this show then and could have broken it down episode
Mm-hmm.
by episode, I'm sure I would have had plenty of things to say that are like, I wish they'd done this differently or that. But
Yep.
I really overall enjoyed it. I like how it played off of things that we've seen in the show, but did them differently. So, for instance, I can't remember the character. Is it Luke? What's the character's name? Um, the guy who, when he goes crazy, he hallucinates puppets. Remember, like that.
Oh
I thought
yeah.
that stuff was all very cool, but I can't remember the character's name off.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah,
We'll
there's
see him
some
next
weird.
week. But
Yeah, there's some weird. Yeah. There's him. Like, he does the puppets, and isn't there an animated scene or some shit? There's some weird shit that happens.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good. Like I think it's pretty good. Like I think the boys bar is set so high though. Like when I say good, like I'd fucking take a Star Wars show right now that was on that level. Tell you that. Like I can guarantee, like none of those characters made decisions where I was like, oh wow, that's fucking crazy. Like you'd spent 17 years getting ready to kill your sister, kill everybody, and now you're like, oh, I'm good again. Fuck, don't work that way, folks.
well, that's what happens when you say, I love this source material, but I'm going to make it my own instead of trying
Mhm.
to force feed my ideas into the existing
Yep.
canon and
Correct.
then break
George
that
R.
canon.
Martin's really famous. I mean, it's not famous, but his quote recently was that too many people trying to do what they're not supposed to be doing. Make it their own
Yeah,
instead of just
make your own
adapting.
thing then at that point.
Yeah,
If that's what you want to
that's
do,
far enough.
come up with your own thing, pal.
Yeah, exactly. The
But
Acolyte
that would
feels more like
require
a
someone who is
rebel
hired
moon.
off merit, James, and that's the other thing this show probably doesn't have working for it. How many people, not us, mind you, because I did not know who Leslie Headland was until after I watched the
Mhm.
first 3 episodes of the show. But how many people were just like, "You know what? Fuck you and fuck no." There's no way Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant was able to book all those appointments for him and had no idea what was going on. So, like, how many people are just like, "You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna like it. But no, yeah, we're the sexist, because it's
Yep.
yeah, I'm just gonna stop because I don't know for a fact anybody knew anything. But goddamn, I
Yeah.
would never
Coincidental,
hire
huh?
anyone that worked with fucking Harvey Weinstein for anything at this point. I refuse to believe. How could you be that man's personal assistant and not know what the hell
I
was
have
going
any
on? But
clue. It
whatever. I
it's
didn't even know
weird.
that.
It's weird. I actually saw Theory tweet about it. I'm sorry to go back down the soapbox again, but it's the biggest fuck up in TV right now. Tweeted about how it's weird that you can't say something's good or bad, that it has to be politically charged. Like that's what a lot of the discourse around the acolyte is. And I'm sure, listen, I'm not saying there's not actual racism, sexism going on. And I'm sure I know there's a lot of DMs and comments and stuff, but to say a whole fan base is sexist and racist, misogynist, all that, just because because me and you say we don't like it. Like, why can't it's a really weird time in this country where you can't like or dislike something without it being politically charged. That's it. Like, I don't like it. It's not good. End of story. I'm not calling
And
out
here's why. And
actors,
here
directors,
are
etc.
tangible points that we can look
Yes.
at
Bad
and
writing,
explain.
breaking canon, bad editing, the characters making decisions that literally May trained for 17 years to kill these 4 Jedi that she thinks wrecked her family. And then her sister comes back and she's like, nope, I'm going to turn myself in and be good now. However, she also tried to kill her sister 17 years ago.
And then just decided to drop it. You've dedicated
Yeah.
your entire life to this one goal, and because you saw your sister, you're just like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I
what?
want, so yeah, exactly.
Understand how it feels like an AI wrote this. Like,
It
how
really does.
detached are you from a human emotion that you can't like? What
Yeah.
makes this is what happens when you have an idea and you try to force your script around an idea in like a scene or something like that. Instead of having everything serve the story, if you have an idea as part of that and then you try to frame the story around it, you get bullshit like this.
Yep. I think Headbug's got a good point here. You're not going to win the audience back by being defensive. These people going on the defensive. The main actor released a quasi music video on Instagram last week, like a minute and a half, addressing it all, which is not going to help. None of that kind of stuff's going to help. Attacking the fans. Like, I think a perfect example is look at how Hayden Christensen has been. People used to hate him, but it was really like it was bad. Again, there was bad writing, bad directing back then too. He's full circle now to like where he is now. It has nothing to do with them being lesbians or any of that kind of shit. It has everything to do with fucking. It's bad. It's just fucking bad. And then Harl's got a great comment too. Like, constructive criticism doesn't exist. It's not really allowed in society anymore. Like, it just doesn't.
Yeah, well, most of the people who want to offer criticism don't care to be constructive because
They just
it's
attack.
Yeah, well, and it's more financially viable if you're in this game to make the money to
Oh
just
yeah,
give the hot
Stephen A.
take
Smith. Yeah,
and
Stephen A.
just
Smith.
shit on it, and
Yep.
then you can get the hate views, you can get all that stuff. But
Create
yeah,
discourse.
it's
Sells.
it's absolutely wild. Something that I have dealt with throughout the years, doing independent short films, writing
Yeah.
short fiction, all of that stuff, is you reach out to people and you have to beg for that constructive criticism. You have to say, like, please don't spare my feelings. Like, please just
I
actually
need to
tell
know.
me
Like, I
what you
need to know
think
how to get
so that
better.
I can
Yeah.
improve it. If you just say, yeah, looks good, that doesn't help me, dude. That doesn't help me at all. If you just say Kevin is too crazy, I have
Yeah.
to
See,
say,
there it is. Yeah.
be
Now, see,
more
well,
constructive with your
I
feedback,
will, and I
please.
will say, "Fuck you, Nate." Now I have to take that back because he said we're awesome.
Woo!
Nate, I didn't mean
Overreaction.
that. I hope your first day at your new job went great, Nate. I hope Vegas was awesome.
I state my regret. No, but I do echo the last
But I can't.
part
I'm
of
not
James'
apologizing. But
sentiment.
you can't apologize either. Like, you can't do
No,
that. They can't
yeah,
literally.
you got to double down.
Kathleen Kennedy can't come out and just be like, I have presided over the worst era in Star Wars history. My bad.
Yeah, golden rule of the internet.
Oh,
Never accept defeat, never apologize.
this is
Maybe
for
that's
you
two
right
rules.
here. This is for you right here. When I flew back from Vegas, the airport was playing Fallout songs.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
That would have scared me, especially. Well, at least you were in Vegas. If that was happening in like Colorado, I'd be terrified because everybody knows that airport was built by the occult, and there's some creepy stuff going on there. Why they got so many
No,
basements? Why they got so many sub levels at an airport, man? Huh?
I didn't know about this. So I just flew out of Denver's airport last weekend.
Oh, thank God you made
or
it.
last Wednesday. I just heard about this, that there is like sub levels and shit, and people think it's like a cult, and then like there's crazy shit going on there. Yeah.
You should have seen
I didn't know this.
You should have seen the murals they took down. Like there's a reason everybody had the bad vibes. Do they still have the giant horse that looks like the white horse from the Book of Revelations and it's got red eyes? I think
Hell yeah, they do.
Died
Yeah,
building that thing.
That creepy ass fucking horse. Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
They still have the Freemason time capsule.
Yeah, there
in
it
there.
is. Blues for the horse. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Yes.
His layover was Denver. Oh my God, I'm so glad you both are safe. So I had a layover in Denver a long time ago before some of the new additions have been made, bro. I'm telling you, those murals that were there, freaky. Absolute freaky. Yeah. I have a hard time describing them. But it like shows
that's crazy.
It shows like the end of the world. There's this little German boy with a hammer building a scimitar, and then there's a bunch of women carrying dead babies. It's so creepy. It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's at an airport. That's crazy. The son had to finish the sculptor. That's nuts. Wow.
I didn't know any of this shit. It's fucking something's wrong with this damn horse.
Oh yeah, the airport. I forgot it was built like a like a certain emblem. Here, I'll just put it on the screen. I don't know if TOS will catch that, but yeah, dude, this place, bad vibes all around. Why do they have 17 sub levels? This thing was like millions of dollars over budget. Like this.
This thing is weird. Like I saw this horse, I was like, what the fuck?
I don't want to get too Fallout heavy, but I personally believe that Denver has been might be a good option for if we should ever need to move our nation's capital, because it's been about 200 years since America's had its capital burned down, but we have had it's happened. So theoretically, you know, if the fallout happens, you know, the East Coast is going to get destroyed. And wouldn't it be great if you just happen to have an already established government building built into a mountain or built up, you know, into the ground up in Colorado, where everything's nice and high? I don't know, man. I'm just a crazy dude who should probably be wearing a tinfoil one of these, but
I know we're gonna start putting tinfoil hats on.
Maybe that'll have to be. I don't know what frickin' channel I'm gonna put that bonus content on, but we'll do a Denver airport deep dive one of these days.
Yeah, Harles, I literally looked up Blucifer and it popped it up on Wikipedia. It's the Blue Mustang, also known as Blucifer.
I love this other thought from Harles. Be an interesting video game.
It's notable both for striking appearance and for having killed its sculptor, Luis Jimenez, when a section of it fell on him at his studio. Holy shit, it did.
Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a weird place because I recently got into Late Night with the Devil, and I've been deep diving into that whole story, but I don't know, man. I think there's something funky going on.
He was killed at age 65 when one of the sculpture's 3 sections came loose from a hoist, pinning him against a steel support beam, severing an artery in his leg. He bled to death on the studio floor before being declared dead on arrival. Good Lord.
Exacts a heavy toll, you know? Abraxas and whatnot.
They finished it by honoring his legacy. Help of the artist, staff's family, and professional lowrider race card painters Camilo Nunez and Richard Lovato. Good Lord.
Headbug says, I wish the UK had cool conspiracy theories. We're all just boring pricks. I'm sure us Americans have blamed you guys for a few things. So I'll find one. I'll send you one where it looks like y'all are real bad.
The neon eyes are, I guess it's a thing in all his animal sculptures. It's a tribute to his dad, who ran a neon sign shop in his youth in El Paso. That's wild.
And he just had to pick red ones for this one, huh?
Fucking creepy ass horse. He was. That's Harles. It's fucking true. He was literally christened with the fucking blood of his maker.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If that ain't a blood sacrifice, then
That is a blood sacrifice.
Awfully scary coincidence, which it could be.
Oh man, we love a good tangent. Okay, Kev, let's get to the rest of a lot of video game stuff here. We're just going to scroll through some of these. Let's start. We're going to start with the Nintendo Direct because I know Harles created a thread in the Discord on this. Shout out Harles for this one. We'll go through some of this, a lot of the announcements here. If you have it, this is your sign to join our Discord. Anybody watching, if you have not, if you're not in our Discord, I will pop a link here in a second. I just got to click 2 buttons. But we had a lot of video games announced over the last month, and I've missed a bunch of it. So we're going to discuss some of the major ones. But yeah, Harles, take your bow here. Take your bow. Harles been great lately. Gave us a great host for Honshot first, and then gave us a hell of a lot of Discord talk here, or Nintendo Direct talk. So main one, biggest one is the Legend of Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom.
This is for you. For you.
There's 2 of you.
Yes.
Yes, we need you.
That's totally classic.
One of my personal favorites.
Shout out to Hulu.
Ads. Shout out Hulu. I just wanted to play a little.
I believe it looked like that was Ellen Ripley from Alien in there, James. So, I thought I should point out that is a movie franchise led by a strong female lead that I absolutely love. So once again,
you don't like
Leslie.
You don't like female leads. This is
I
2D
hate Halloween.
You hate it.
Now
2D Zelda game. I am a huge fan of 2D Zelda games. It's been a while. We've got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Since it's weird. It's kind of weird. Just give me the gameplay, please. I love the old 2D Zelda games, so this is pretty cool. But it's kind of following the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom thing.
This is right up my alley. This is the Zelda that I played because, as we've discussed before on this program, I was not a Nintendo 64 kid. All right.
Yeah, you're an
family
old
lines cannot be crossed. All right, we were a Sony family. Sony was keeping the lights on. All right, so if I brought a Nintendo 64 home, I was gonna be living out in the yard.
I hope you change depending on the
that Super Nintendo. That Nintendo game though, that was my jam.
This is like Super Nintendo style. Yeah,
give me
Sprite
that
around there, and this is 3D, but yeah. Coming out this year too. Shout out Zelda for finally getting her own game and her own fucking series. The Legend of Zelda, and she's never been the main character in it. So
wait, the lead character is a chick. Oh, I'm sorry, James.
And also
I hate all of this. It's horrible. It's
female
the ugliest game
lead.
I've ever
So
seen.
shout out her. I'm sure this will sell terribly because Zelda's the lead. Oh fucking Jesus Christ!
Oh,
I'm very excited for that. Whammon.
No, thanks. No,
I know Harles is pumped for that one too. We got our first. Well, they're gonna pop up.
Oh God, another woman! Come on.
I know they're gonna pop.
Metroid Prime.
I want you.
Am I supposed to pretend like that woman wasn't my favorite Super Smash Bros?
No, yeah, you
play
can't.
For
you
years.
hate women. Stop it! You hate women.
Oh my God, it's not fair. Why am
Metroid Prime 4, we finally get our first gameplay reveal after being announced like 6 years ago, I think.
Woo! Nintendo, let's go, baby.
Nintendo marches to the beat of their own drum, and they don't give a fuck. And it actually has worked out great for them. Like
it's actually pretty good, right? Like that's pretty quick for Nintendo. Only 6 years.
Yeah, they have.
Follows the place, man. I love that.
The OG Prime trilogy is awesome. This is going to be great too. There's a lot of rumors that this is coming out on Switch 2. That people think this is Switch 2 playing this. Creepy as fuck. Kev hates women. We know. Headbug. We know. Other things we've got Mario and Luigi. Never really played. Just tell me to stop if there's anything you want to see.
No, I'm good on Mario. I mean, if Les Chat wants to see it, let us know. But
this is I want to just show the art style of this game.
I want you.
Oh my God! IGN
Hulu.
Get Hulu apparently. They name it Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. That's actually the name of it, which is a fucking weird fucking name. Square Enix.
That's what they named it.
That is actually the name. And I just want to show the 3D, like there you can see it a little. Can I get the overworld? It's a remake. Oh no, I'm doing terrible here. I just want the gameplay. God, that was really bad of me. You can see it's like a 2D. There it is. Yeah, like a 2D 3D remake. It's weird. It looks cool. It's different. I don't know if I'll play it. Those old school Dragon Quest games are hard as fuck, but just a weird. The art style's cool. Just a weird as fuck name. Very weird.
Yeah, this is the kind of game. If it were free on an app, or if it were like free in the store or something, I'd play it for a couple hours. But it depends. It would have to be a really impressive story. I don't mind. I can go back and play an old school game. Even there are some really cool things that have been made, even on something as simple as RPG Maker. But I don't know. For the most part, I guess I don't have the same level of nostalgia. I played those.
Yeah,
the Zelda one worked for me just because that was maybe the first game I really fell in love with. So that one, I think, no matter what, was going to have some. But I just. I think it looks cool. Like it's nice.
I like the art style.
Polish on it, but yeah,
it's just Dragon Quest never been my jam either. Like I really want to point out that it looks cool. Like I love.
I'm more of a Mythic Quest guy, if you know what I'm talking about.
3D, the HD 2D remake's a terrible fucking name too. By the way, we can do better. Oh, this one.
Ooh.
So Donkey Kong Country 2. It's a remake. The Super Nintendo game. Or I said Donkey Kong Country 2. It's Donkey Kong Country. I have a weird thing with this game where there's a specific song that used to play in my nightmares as a kid from this game that just horrifies me. Like if I hear it to this day, it'll like give me the heebie-jeebies.
I hope it wasn't the one I was just humming. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't like. It's been so long since I've seen it. Like I heard it.
Nintendo Switch in HD. The villainous Tiki
but like this game, like this makes me scares me a little bit.
And stolen Donkey Kong's precious banana horde.
They stole his precious
bananas. This game so much.
Yeah.
Obstacles in the way.
Like I definitely logged more hours on this than I did Zelda, mainly because I kind of sucked at this game as a kid.
Yeah,
but I wanted to beat it. I was determined to beat it.
But they're no match for these top bananas.
And it was those barrels. Oh, fuck those barrels, dude.
Oh, the cart levels always kicked my ass.
Oh. This is giving me nostalgia and PTSD at the same time.
All right, so we both hate it. So we both hate it, so we can move on.
This was like one of the first rage quit games in my personal lexicon where I was like, dude, fuck this game, but also I'm coming back in an hour. You know, I would go out. See, back then, kids had to go play out in the yard for a while. So I'd go and pretend I was Greg Maddux and just throw 30-mile-an-hour fastballs at a tree for a half an hour. Yeah, exactly. And then I'd come back and be like, oh,
great.
God damn it, Diddy Kong. We're going to get this shit. And then I'd screw it up some more.
Funny.
Good times. Great times. Can't wait. Man, one of these days, I need to find a Switch, like a secondhand Switch or something like that.
You probably get them pretty cheap now. You might be able to do that. Big Mario Party game announcement. I haven't really liked the Mario Party game since GameCube, but it'd be really cool. This would be really cool if it was online and we could fucking stream it together. That'd be fun.
If it's good, great. Dude, Mario Party to me, that's a relic from a time gone by in a sense of nobody gets their friends together to play video. Like nobody has LAN parties anymore or anything.
No, oh my God.
But if you could get people online to play a private game like this could be really fun.
So cool.
It would probably be so annoying to play with Randy's. I feel like it's the kind of game that people will grief you to death. If you know, like if you're their partner. Because as you know, sometimes you'd have those 2v2 and all of a sudden somebody could really screw you over if they didn't care.
Yeah. You are right, Harles. You could buy a Switch for what it's going to cost us to get the Lego Legend of Zelda. But sorry, I got to get the Lego Zelda.
Well, and I feel bad. NCAA Football 25 is coming out.
I know.
So I already have to buy a new Xbox because I feel bad. Like I thank God. Thank you. That Sony no longer pays the bills in the Nevik household because I can't do it. Without a family discount, I can't fucking afford a PS5. So we're going back.
Gotta
the
go back.
Xbox Series S so I can play me some
Hell
college
yeah.
football. So
Hell
Switch
yeah,
is gonna
Kev.
have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait till I can afford 2 sets of Legos before
Hell
I can
yeah.
do that.
I think that's pretty much the main ones from that. Yeah, we'll skip that. There's a bunch of junk after that. Not gonna
It's like a
change.
Wii Sports. Was said Nintendo Switch Sports? Are they still
Nintendo
doing
Switch
that?
Sports is adding basketball, I guess. It can't be Wii Sports. Wii Sports was
Like
awesome.
I was say, it's not still motion though, right? Like that. I've never had a Switch, but I assume those little numchucks are not
Nope, not motion.
sensor.
Nope, not motion at
Man,
all.
dude, the Wii was such a like it. The Wii, what a missed opportunity. The Wii and Stadia. I'm just like, God, what could have been, man.
The Wii sold like brainbusters, though. The Wii made a ton of money.
Yeah, it just kind of faded fast. I felt like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like Wii Sports, to this day, I could have fun with anybody playing a game of Wii Bowling or something on Wii Sports. But outside of that, it was just like, you ever try to play Madden on that thing? It was stupid. It didn't translate well for most games.
Yeah, didn't even work. Xbox Games Showcase. The next one I want to go over. This was a few weeks ago, but again, we're getting kind of caught up. Really, some specific ones. They had a mega showcase. Age of Mythology Retold. We're gonna kind of scroll through these. Avowed. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Kev, are you a Call of Duty guy? I am not. I am a Halo guy. I'm not a Call of Duty guy. So do you have any interest in this? You're gonna have a new fancy Xbox.
So yes and no. So yes, definitely a Call of Duty guy. I was in that right age range where any weekend I wasn't out doing something I wasn't supposed to as a teenager. I was with the homies playing Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. I think the original Black Ops was probably the last Call of Duty game that I just really enjoyed and didn't have a list of complaints that was longer than the list of things that I liked. So I will still, I think I have Black Ops 2. No, I have Black Ops Cold War. I want to PlayStation Plus, right? You get your free games, 3 free games every month. At one point, I got a Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure it's Cold War. Yeah, Black Ops Cold War. So I have that. Like that's how I scratch that itch. If I want to go play Nuketown or something, I'll hop on that every once in a while. But no, a little backstory about me and my gaming consumerism. I am not a dude who's going to buy every iteration of every game. I'm still playing MLB The Show 22. I'm still playing NBA 2K23. I'm still playing Madden 23. I do not understand the point of buying a brand new game every year just for the updated rosters when there are plenty of users online who will spend their free time updating those rosters and you can just download those. I also don't play against random people online. I don't do the Madden team or any of that bullshit. I'm just here to play
Ultimate Team. Fuck Ultimate Team. Fuck Ultimate Team.
And when it comes to Call of Duty, I'm just there to play online. I'm just there to play domination. Legit. Like there's not even too many games. I don't even play team deathmatch. So I don't need to buy the newest version of the game. Plenty of people, unlike a sports game where they shut off the servers after 3 years, plenty of people are still playing Black Ops Cold War. Hell, plenty of people are still playing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, which I also have. So no, to be honest with you, I don't think I will ever buy another Call of Duty unless for some reason one of those games I've already purchased is not or already been gifted is not accessible on my PS5. But if you're into playing the same game for the 27th time, more power to you. I don't let me piss in your Cheerios.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Because I will if you let me.
I'm not a Call of Duty guy. Never really have been. So I'm a Halo guy. Yeah, Harl, Skyward Sword was a great game on Wii, but I playing with a nunchuck, they couldn't get it nailed down correctly. You are right there. So we're out on Call of Duty. Are you a Doom guy? I haven't played any new Doom games. I think they're fun. I just haven't touched them.
I liked I loved the Doom games as a kid because I was not allowed to play them. And so every once in a while, you'd go to a friend's house where they had Doom on their computer and you'd be like, this is the shit, dude. And I'm not even supposed to be here. I have the modern Doom on my PlayStation. I think I played it for about 20 minutes. If anybody, maybe that's another game for me to stream because I don't have a ton of experience with it, but it looked great. I would say the modern Doom, I can't remember what year this came out, but it was everything that I would have daydreamed about when I was a kid playing those original games. Like to see that in 3D, That was pretty freaking cool. But
Yeah.
no, this won't be one for me personally that I'm gonna be buying on release day
Yeah.
because I still haven't played the one before this.
Yeah, this one's also set like in the Dark Ages. It's got some weird shit to it.
Well,
Let's
that will
see.
be cool.
Let's see if turn this down a little bit.
Oh, preview review.
We won't do a full one here, but I really like it's set in the Dark Age. There's some weird, crazy gameplay shit from it. That
Yeah, if you're gonna go medieval on that ass, I might be pulled right back in
Mhm.
here. Y'all might not know this, but I might be a bigger history nerd than I am like a video game
Well,
or movie nerd.
I don't think it's true history.
But no, but homage is like obviously it's not real history, but when you place things in historical times, like if you're gonna go put Doom in King Arthur's court, like I'm gonna want to see that.
We'll see.
Maybe I should. I love true history. Also, a big historical fiction fan.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Army of Darkness.
Look at he's using like skull heads as ammo.
Evil Dead 3, yeah. On acid.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild.
Oh yeah, I mean this is good.
Yeah.
Like if you expect anything else out of a Doom game, that's on you.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I think it looked beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great. Like that's what you expect from a Doom game. It's just set in a different time, which is awesome.
Fast-paced action. Sign me up. I'd be good.
All right, Kev's in. When he gets his new Xbox, he might be streaming it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks.
Oh, we might need. I think we're getting a request for a special preview review there, James.
Maybe
might have to do that.
We do have some extra time right now before Kev leaves. Like before he starts moving. So maybe we'll be filming that tomorrow. Yeah, shout out Harles. You got what you wanted. That was you're worried you have to go see that in theaters. The next Fable game got announced. I am here for this shit. It's been way too long since a Fable game.
Stream it, James, so I don't have to lose 25 hours of my life playing.
I will. That's
a low estimate.
I want to just.
That's what defines.
They don't even have any.
You know what it's like.
I don't really have any
You have a point.
gameplay in it. Like it's just a story trailer, which I was a little worried. We hadn't seen anything in a while.
Talent.
It looks. This might be some gameplay, but I'm a mega. Fable 1 and 2. I love those two fucking games.
Hey, okay, so let me ask you because I don't know that I beat either of those games, but I did pour lots of hours into both of them. Would you? Because to me, it was never that. I was never blown away by the graphics of it, or even really the gameplay. It was just like there was some. I love those kind of RPG style of building a character throughout, and so like I was just to me that was always a story driven game. I was there because I was interested in what I could do.
Good.
So to me,
it had the original good or bad side.
Yeah, to me, just a fresh coat of paint on a Fable game, like you don't need to do too much. If you're just making it in a modern 3D graphics, awesome. I'll do that.
This is a brand new game. I don't know where it's. I don't even know if any of the games are actually canon. They're all crazy. This is brand new. Like so, I'm very excited for this. I was worried. It's been a long time since we heard anything, and there've been some rumors of some trouble. So. Not till next year though, which is unfortunate, but very pumped for this.
Now we'll have to clear some time off our calendar. I was gonna say, but John has
I saw that too,
put in something, bite-sized sports. If you're interested in watching some of these franchise ideas, John, you and I are on the same wavelength. We'll have to talk off stream because I've been wanting to do some retro sports gaming content over on Bite Size. So call me. Anyway, what are we talking about?
New Gears of War trailer. We are going to watch this one all the way through because this is one we are both thrilled for.
Nice.
I need to make this full screen. Actually, I think that should fix that problem.
Is there anything more satisfying, James, before you hit the play button? Guys, was there anything more satisfying in your video game life than when you hit the quick reload correctly in Gears of War? Nice. Oh my god, dude.
No.
I would sometimes I would shoot just 3 bursts and reload just because I wanted to get that quick reload in. Oh my god. What did I say? Did I say something bad? Uh-oh. Shoot. Darn it.
I don't know.
Whoops.
I'm trying to get this completely full
Whoopsie.
screen. So I don't want the lines around. I want to show it correctly. I'm a mega the first 3 Gears of War. They're some of my favorite games I've ever played.
Hammer of Dawn is online.
Oh my god, the Hammer of Dawn. We're gonna play this bad boy all the way through. So enjoy. This is the Gears of War E-Day trailer. This is set before the first game.
Good, because none of the other characters matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, sorry.
Our bad.
I maintain it was a good impression, though. I think I was close.
Oh, it's our guys. It's beautiful. Atmospheric music.
I wonder if he's going to survive this, James.
I don't know. The tags. So, God, it just looks beautiful.
It's like Saving Private Ryan.
Blew his head up. Just typical Gears. It's got the horror elements, man, that were missing from the more recent ones.
Oh, what? Oh.
Oh, it's so good.
Is this Gary Jules?
Yeah, they overlay the Mad World. Yep.
Is that what it was? It's Mad World, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shout out to Tears for Fears, by the way. The originator of that fucking banger. Gary Jules, you thief.
So the best video game commercial ever is the Mad World Gears commercial. Of all the games revealed in the last few weeks, this is the one that I am the most excited about.
Oh, so hot. I love it, dude. Oh my God. So, okay, let me be the guy, and because it's on brand for me. So let me be the curmudgeon and just say, James, what about the one but that I have is we already know that the main characters are going to survive. So how are they going to inject that tension? Because you're also, any new character they establish, you're going to probably be like, that person's going to die, right? Because I've never seen them before. So how are they going to keep you
it's going to be tricky.
The story?
Yeah. Emergence Day is when the locusts show up. I think there's a great story to tell how they get to game one. Also, they will only show 2 characters, like you saw Dom and Marcus there. The other 2 from the main series, they don't get introduced to until those games, so they won't be in it. Or maybe they will be as cameos. But yeah, a lot of people you're going to meet are going to die. But that's what happened. But I love the fact that they're bringing back the horror elements. I mentioned it when we were watching it. Like, the original 3 Gears games are awesome because they're awesome for the chainsaw, for one, and the Hammer of Dawn, and the quick reload. But the horror elements,
grenades you can throw into the hole.
Grenades, but just the tension, like you said, you got to rebuild the tension. But the tension, the world, how dark and scary it's got horror elements. It's awesome. I'm so pumped for it.
Yeah, despite my own little hole poke there, for me personally, I won't care as much because it's E-Day. It's been discussed before. Like, we all kind of have an idea of what goes on, and I don't care that I already know the 2 good guys are going to survive in the end. That's how I think most video games work anyway.
Yep.
So whatever, it'll be fine by me. I won't care because I will just be there for the awesome action sequences and the boss fights, and like you said, the horror elements, and to try to relive what gaming used to be like when you actually got together and played with your friends.
Yeah,
so
this is a couch co-op game. This is one of the OG couch co-op games. Yeah,
because James, you and I could still now, through the beauty of online services, we could still hop on this thing and run through a whole campaign together.
That'd be fun.
So because of stuff like that, sign me up.
You'll have an Xbox by then. It'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Really excited for that. A couple other ones. There's a new Indiana Jones game. Not really interested in it. Looks it could
Can
be
it?
cool, but
Don't
not
want
for
don't want
me.
any more. No
And
more Indiana
then
Jones for
they
me.
announced
Ever.
a new Perfect Dark game, and there hasn't been a good Perfect Dark game since the 64. So that could be fun. We'll see.
Ooh, okay. All right. No, that one I don't know a ton about, so we'll have to learn about that one when it comes out, I think.
Yeah, that's the first announcement. They hadn't announced anything on that one before. So we got two more. We'll zip through here. We're kind of going on here. PlayStation had their state of play.
Let's go. Come on, got to show up, boys.
The big
Gotta be-
one.
You got a lot of big shoes to fill here.
Yeah.
Where's our
The
Crash
big one-
Bandicoot?
The big one was this Astrobot game. I don't know if you've seen this or heard about this.
Well, I hope I'm about to be blown away because that sentence, James, the big one was Astrobot, is very deflating. It's very deflating off.
Yeah.
Off
PlayStation had probably the weakest of the bunch.
Nintendo's like, here's 8 games you loved growing up. Xbox is like, here's the greatest co-op game you ever played in your teens. And PlayStation's like, we have Astrobot.
Yeah.
You like Astrobot? What the fuck, man?
But look
What
at him.
is
He's a cute little
this?
bastard. You can sell millions of those toys. He explores 6 galaxies and over 80 levels in search of
Please
his
give me like a
scattered crew.
Ratchet and Clank remaster or something. What is this shit?
Oh, the Ratchet and Clank games are so good.
Give me a new
The ship's a
Spyro the Dragon.
controller. Come on, he says.
Maybe it'll be cool, but it better be like 30.
I don't know if there's any. Oh, here's some game.
What is this? This is like a Steam game, just with better graphics.
Yeah, just a
Like, what are we-
AAA Steam game.
Oh, okay. All right. Now maybe it does. Okay.
Some platforming elements. A little Sonic look here.
I still don't. I'm not into it at all.
Dead Bug. That game looks. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. Yeah.
This was their major announcement.
If you're gonna do one of these, it needed to be Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, just one Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
be an
Nintendo
established
win.
brand people would want to go back to. Not, I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah,
when was the last time they
that's
did a
not-
Little Big Planet? Give me a Little Big Planet.
Long time, man. It's been a long time since Little Big Planet. Actually, I don't know what Meaty Malcolm's up to these days.
Harl says, "Sorry, Sony sells the
Yep.
Nintendo chats win." Yeah,
Yep.
you got me, dude. I am
Concord,
broken.
a 5v5 character-driven multiplayer shooter. That sounds not like our type of thing.
Oh,
Just click in here and see what it looks like.
what? Are these all free to play games?
No.
You want me to pay money for that? How many Overwatches are there already? And
That's what this
Legends
looks like.
exists?
Yeah, this looks exactly like in that realm.
Hell, fuck, dude, play Paladins.
Yeah,
That game's free.
Thanks. Yeah, no thanks on this one. God of
The
War
Chris
PC
Chan game.
announcement. It's like Pikmin hand mixed with Fortnite. I agree. God of War. This is a PC. Fuck PC gamers. Until Dawn. Really nothing. VR. I don't want VR. A lot of theirs is pretty weak. Monster Hunter
Path
Wild.
to Exile.
Oh,
Ooh, a
Silent Hill 2.
2 remake. Well, there you go. Okay. Man.
Enter my date. I'm alive. I was born in 1900. Please. You will not
I
get
always
my
put-
stats.
You put April 1st, 1984. You know, just send 'em
Age
a
restricted
message.
and only. Well, that's great when you link a video to your own website. This is a PlayStation website and you can't watch it, so that's good. So now it doesn't get played.
Wow, that's what you get. Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, fuck you, Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2 was the
Alien,
best one, I think, right? I got to double check. Hang on. I want to make sure this is the one that I think it is.
I assume so.
With
There's some
the
else on
horrible
there.
husband.
There's nothing else good. Theirs was the state of play bad. State of play while you're looking that up. I'm gonna pull up.
Or maybe
They
it was
did.
the first one. They dubbed you, children.
Yeah, they did. Last one.
Okay,
is
Silent Hill
the-
2 does sell there on James Sunderland. That's the good. I mean,
That's the good Silent Hill.
Silent Hill 2 is my favorite one. Yeah. Whoo, that I might play, James, to be honest. Although I don't know. Part of what made those Silent Hill games so good and so scary was, in a way, like how shitty the controls were. You had that whole Sherman tank method where you had to use the D-pad to slowly aim yourself, and then you could only ever move forward, so you would turn like you're rotating on an axis. And part of me wouldn't want to play a game on a PS3 that's that limited.
Yeah.
But the other part of me doesn't think Silent Hill will be effective as just like a free roam walk around. I can do whatever. I can run around you. If I have a strafe button or a rollout, the scary part is that there's barely anything you can do against the enemies, whatever. They're not ghosts, but you get what I'm saying. So I don't know. Silent Hill 2 might be one. If you have it, if you guys buy it, stream it and I'll watch you play it.
Yeah, that one, we'll see. We don't know what it looks like because we can't watch it. So
one of the best horror stories of all time, though.
I love Silent Hill's great. I wish it'd make a comeback. When was a few years ago when they released that demo on Sony before they decided they weren't making on the PlayStation Store, and before they're like, we're not making games anymore. It was fucking awesome. Last one, Ubisoft Forward 2024. A couple weeks ago, new Star Wars Outlaws gameplay. We don't need to discuss that too much. We're both very hyped for that game. Looks awesome. There's a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. Have you seen this?
The Sands of Time.
You have to watch a bunch of Hulu commercials come back on.
This is for you.
On IGN again.
You gotta love
the original
Rewind,
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is so awesome.
One of my personal favorites.
There is no gameplay. This is just an announcement, but the trailer's pretty cool here. Get this in a second.
This one was another one of my favorites in the PS2 era.
The original game was so fun. Warrior Within was all right. They wanted a more combat focused one, but after that it just really went downhill.
Yeah, that was probably the last one I played because I didn't even like that one as much. 2026. Honestly, that's good. That's the kind of game I feel like requires some time to get it right.
Yep.
I will be very excited about that. Big puzzle game for those who didn't play it.
God,
so much of it is navigating and solving the puzzle for how you can get out of this area.
Yep.
Some cool combat stuff, but I'm glad to see that this thing is coming back. I thought the Jake Gyllenhaal movie might kill this IP for forever, but
did not.
You know what? No one can come up with any original ideas anymore. So we are bound to get remakes of some of our favorite stuff if we just wait long enough.
Yep. At least this one came out a long time ago, right?
Yeah, at least. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, we'd get nostalgic for shit that happened 25 years ago. Now they're like, well, fuck, we haven't had a new idea. What was out 8 years ago? Let's just run that back. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Assassin's Creed Deep Dive. Well, there could be a cool game. It's set in is it feudal Japan? I think it's in Japan. Could be fun. After that, I don't think there's too much in here.
Assassin's Creed has I don't want to say they've jumped the shark. There might be one or two cultures left they haven't touched where I'd be like, oh, cool, that'd be cool to be an assassin there. But to me, the games just kept getting bigger and broader. Like by the time you're in Greece and you're like fighting wars, you're like fighting actual battles to try to win over territories. It's like, this is cool, but it's like Assassin's Creed turned into 8 different games in one game. And it's been a decade and a half since there's been one that I could finish or that I had the desire to finish without just looking at it like, holy fuck, where am I going to get the 70 hours to play this game? I guess I'm just out then. But for me, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was the peak. There was nothing
the
better
original ones was awesome.
Than culminating that group of assassins that you could like hit the arrow button and you'd call an assassin out from the sky and they'd grab your guy for you. Like to me,
that game was awesome.
it.
I'll die on the Black Hill Flag. I thought Black Flag was awesome. The pirate one, I thought that was so much fucking fun. I love that fucking game. Love that
game. I don't know that I played that. What was the American Revolution one? Was that because that was right before that, right? Because that was the first one.
I think it was right before. Yeah, that was right before it. Yeah.
I did enjoy the naval aspects of that one, but that to me was the beginning of the end. Where I'm like, all right, y'all got the Assassin's Creed people in America now in 1776. Like, all right.
I
I
thought they
get the
did a really
gimmick,
good.
but
It was kind of cool walking through those cities. It was like it was cool. I enjoyed that one a little bit. But yeah, I didn't play Greece. I haven't played a lot of the Unity. I didn't play any of those. I did play
Egypt
Valhalla.
was too
I
big.
love.
I want like Egypt and Greece are two of my favorite cultures growing
Yep.
up. We talk about being history nerds. Like
Yeah,
Greek
they're so
mythology,
big.
the Egyptian pantheon. Like I know that I love that shit.
Yep.
I spent half of the one time I got the vacation over to Greece. It's been like half my time just looking at the old shit that was there because of
Yeah.
how cool it was to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too much to so yeah to me Assassin's Creed games are the kind of like if I get it for free, if it's a free PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live
You'll
game, I'll
play it
play it
for
for a few
last.
hours so I can see the awesome landscape and maybe get a little bit of nostalgia. But no, I don't have that kind of time anymore, nor is
Yeah,
it
I
fulfilling at
agree.
this point. It's been the same
Valhalla took up
game
too much of my
8
time. I never
times.
did beat it. Yep. Same. So they did release an Assassin's Creed game last year that's very bare bones, and people really liked it. Like it cut a lot of the shit out. I need to go look at that game and see. After that, Prince of Persia, that's a 2D game. I think that's it. So Skull and Bones update. The game was not any good. I played it too. Yeah, so that's it. Just
Cool.
there was a lot of major game announcements from the last few weeks. So just wanted to touch base there. Anything else, Kev, you got for the folks at home, Harl's, Headbug, everybody that's been sitting through this stream? We appreciate you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I would like to
New horse.
echo Harl's sentiment here. There's still no Blazing Saddles reboot. I don't know that any filmmaker living in present day has the balls that Mel Brooks has to do any of that stuff. Nor, obviously, it was a lot easier for him to get away with it back then. But my God, dude,
Yeah, you're right.
couldn't we use a little more Mel Brooks and George Carlin in our world today?
Yes.
I think we could.
I think we could. You can still laugh, guys. That's hilarious. Things are funny. Yeah, shout out everybody. Harl's Headbug. Saw Shadow was in there. John was in there. Nate. Thank you guys for stopping by today. Kev, outside of here, where can our fine feathered friends find you? I know it's gonna get a little goofy next week. You've got some house moving to do, so I'm gonna be bringing. I'm not sure if we'll be live next Monday. I'm gonna try to find somebody, but we will be live next Wednesday. I'll have somebody there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So outside of the next 2 weeks where things might be a little wonky for me, you can find us on Thursday nights, Bite Size Sports. We are just doing the general sports program now, not just NBA on Thursdays. So if you're into any sport, come hang out with us and talk. Other than that, when I get back from the Clout Route hiatus, that will be Tuesday and Sunday. I don't know. I think at some point, I've talked to Danny about this. I think at some point we may adjust the Sunday time. It's a bit as we get into football season. Some of you guys don't know this. I also do live stream commentary for Colts football games. So that's 3 to 4 hours of live streaming. And last year I was doing that and then immediately following it with the Clout Route shout out. So we may be kind of tweaking that. I don't know. Maybe Sunday show might be a little earlier in the day as we get to the fall. But as of right now, Tuesday, Sunday, same time, 6:15 Eastern. Be sure to check us out. You'll want to turn those notifications on because for the next 2 weeks, it'll be a little more random. We are still making content for all of you, but just needed a break from the live stream stuff while we've got a bunch of other stuff going on. And then, of course, as James mentioned, and he will mention again, you can find us on here Monday and Wednesdays. And last football game of the season, of the regular season, was Saturday, but I've got a playoff game this Saturday doing the play-by-play for the Lima Warriors of the Players Football Association. So big thank you to those folks for having me and bringing me on to do that job. Hope it continues into next year. But that's it. Find me on Twitter at KevNevic _ to stay up to date on all the other stuff. Actually, I lied. That wasn't it. Cosmic Jive Revolutions Remastered, released today. Probably will be on, give it a day or two to be on all different platforms, but it is released. It is out now.
Hell yeah.
And which means I can finally start working on recording new music, but also I have 60 plus unreleased Cosmic Jive tracks that I am working on putting together for other albums. So big stuff. If you happen to be a fan of
There we
that,
go.
I got a lot more for you. And I can't wait for people to hear Revolutions the way it was intended, because little did I know that 60% of those files were corrupted and the songs were cut off in the
Really?
mid song. Yeah. Yeah, I
that's
think there were only
bitch.
3 songs that I didn't need to edit on the remaster. So that'll be great.
That
I cannot
sucks.
wait for you guys to hear how that was originally intended. And the album still got good feedback. So I think it'll be a lot better. So thank you all so much. How
That's
about
fucking-
Blades, Blade in Saddles, and it's
Yeah.
a Blade Django crossover,
Oh, man.
dude?
I mean,
Yes,
we'd probably get that
sign
movie
me
before
up.
the Blade movie that can't get off the ground right now.
Oh, John, I think John, I might have you as a co-author on something. I don't know. We might just say screw the brand recognition, but I kind of like a vampire themed Western. You know, let's talk.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll talk.
We'll be back live this Wednesday on Han Shot First, talking the shit show that is the Acolyte, even though we talked about it plenty tonight. I will catch us Thursdays. We'll be live this Thursday, and we're going to be off next week for July 3rd over on Bite Size. Next week, we may be live Monday. We may not. I have to see if I can find somebody to join for it. And then John's in the chat, but I'm asking if he wants to join me next Wednesday on Han. So thank you guys for watching. I mentioned all of you guys. Appreciate you for coming along for this hour-and-a-half ride. We will be back Wednesday, and then we'll see you for next week. So we will see you guys Wednesday to talk the Acolyte. Until next time, we appreciate you guys.